So we've engaged sell side, and I'm doing here. So a few things have happened. For one, we've completely repriced in our opening range gap. So we gapped higher and completely repriced that in. We're trading beneath our midnight and 8:30 open. So anything lower down here, I'm treating that as a deep discounted market. I wouldn't be interested in shorting this low. And we've engaged that sell side after 7 a.m. So if I was live trading today, I would only favor something going higher. And if I miss any shorting opportunities, Nasdaq can drop 1,000 handles today. If it's not in a premium, I wouldn't be interested in it. And as far as the funded account, I'm not trading my funded account until those funds hit my bank account. Once I see that money in my checking, then I'll get back to trading the funded. But until then, I'm good. I'll wait. S&P hasn't taken out its low, I don't think, just yet. Matched it. Okay, so the Dow isn't looking as heavy. S&P so far fails to take out its low, but it may do it in a few minutes. So I'm watching to see if Nasdaq wants to possibly roll higher. I'm only looking for scenarios where we can trade higher after selling off at the open. I love whenever we open at 9:30 like we did here. Whenever we open at 9:30 and it's just one directional lower, I never like to be part of the group that chases that, so I'm not looking to short any fair value gap in here or in here. Now, it can trade into these levels and sell off, that's fine. I'm not interested in being a part of that group because to me that's chasing. I don't like chasing that first move after the open because we just dropped down, engaging sell side, trading into last week's new week opening gap. We're beneath our opening prices. So selling here is not ideal for me. So I'm looking for scenarios that can possibly take us higher. And that's the only thing I'll be interested in. New York ATM model is only in Discord. The university tab.
Trying to be patient.
Tell the whole chat I'm watching a 15-second. So on the 1 minute, it doesn't look like it's trading too much, but I'm waiting to see if we respect discount PD rate. So we have a fair value gap here with a down close candle, and I'm watching to see if we keep this low intact and if we can displace higher above that short-term high. If I see something like that occur on a 15-second chart, then I'll be possibly considering going long soon. So again, this is on 1 minute chart, it's just a down close candle, but on my separate screen, I'm observing the fair value gap. I'm watching, do we keep this low intact after clearing out sell side? I'm watching, can we displace above that short-term high? And then once I see that, if I see an entry on a 1 minute chart, then I'll look to engage. Or if I like an entry on a 15-second chart, I'll look to engage.
So it look like we got an SMT. Oh shit.
The displacement that I like to see. And if we go to a 15-second chart, I'm watching this fair value gap. I want to see if it possibly stays open. To me, that's bullish.
All right, so we got the SMT. Right, we got an SMT. We got a change in state of delivery right here, and we got an inverse fair value gap. So let's see if this holds. All right. This is an imbalance also, but same thing with this. want to see it to get used as the inverse. This is the change in the state.
You don't like to draw new day open gaps. No, I only keep a few new day, new week opening gaps on my chart. I don't like to have a lot of stuff on my chart. I like to keep it clean.
Okay, we got the SMT, we got a change in the state, and we got an inverse fair value gap right here. So I will be expecting at least, but that's kind of asking for a lot right now. So, but let's see. And this is this the first presented fair value gap? So you got right here. Oh, the first presented fair value gap is right here. So if we could actually use this zone as an inverse, that'd be lovely.
So far, I like how we're leaving the majority of this fair value gap open. To me, that's bullish. I want to see if we get any meaningful displacement. This is a 15-second chart, by the way.
All right, so I'm in this play right here. We got well, I've been in it from the change in the state. So we got an SMT right here with ES and NQ, and we got an inverse fair value gap, and we got the change in the state.
What I like to see is us close above the high and then respect the upper half of it. So if we do this here, this is what I'm observing. Again, I'm only interested in higher prices. I'm not really interested in anything going lower.
So let's see if we can hold this representative fair value gap. I would put my stop right here below this inverse, but the S&T low is only 22 points, so that's a good stop to have.
We open on this candle, hitting the high, and we could work in the upper half. I'm seeing all of this as a
Balanced price range.
All of this here.
So
should we trade back down into
balanced price range because we got a single coming down,
I wouldn't want to see any of this.
and we got a nice displacement up.
At least not on a closing basis.
So I'm expecting this zone to be held at support. So let's see if we can get some support out of this zone and rally back higher. We got a good risk reward, risking 22 points to make 65.
Do you feel comfortable trading the morning session of F1C? You know, there's nothing wrong with that, but generally most times I tell people that it's a little bit more, it requires more experience. You have to be a little bit more cautious. see if that offers support and take us into relative equal highs here. And the thought process is we open at 9:30 and immediately slam lower. So I'm never really interested in being a part of the group that's looking to short and kind of chase that initial excitement after the opening bell. Because in the past, years ago, I would be looking to short this fair value gap, or be looking to short this fair value gap because I'm seeing this as displacement, and I'm missing the narrative, which is we've taken out sell side, new week opening gap, opening prices, all that stuff. That's what I was lacking. I just saw displacement, fair value gap, let me go short. But you can't do that. You need reasoning. You need logic. For the ATM model to be completed, this is the buy side that I'll be looking at here. Second. Oops, what did I just do? I'm watching the order block on a 15-second chart and this inversion fair value gap. And obviously an inefficiency here, but I'm really watching the down close candle.
This is a down close candle right here. So let's see if this down close candle right here can offer support.
It's just regular inefficiency.
He on a 1 minute. He on a 15-second, but I'm on a 1 minute. So I don't like trading on a 15-second. So we got the order block right here. We got the close. So we don't have a fair value gap though. But let's see as it comes down. Let's see if this down close candle can hold that support to bring us higher. All right, we will allow it to stop here, but I don't want to see it come back down here no more. So it's doing everything we expected it to do right now. It's looking pretty good. So let's just see if it can keep on going.
Looking at that down close candle, I think we may have tapped into it. And basically what I'm just go short of it. But basically the logic is if I'm confident that the work is done in the lower half, that 1 minute inversion fair value gap, I'm looking for a PD raise that rests above encroachment and higher. So we have inversion fair value gap here. I'm looking at this fair value gap, this order block, and I'm looking at all those PD rays because they're above the lower half of that 1 minute fair value gap. So I'm looking for any means of support because I would want to see us come down here or to the new week opening gap. I think this is our current new day opening gap. See if we can displace above that high. Whenever we have a short-term high formed and we trade into a discount PD rate, which on a 15-second chart, we formed a short-term high, we trade down into the fair value gap, inversion fair value gap, we have this here. Whenever we form that runaway and come back up, a signature that I look for is can we displace above it with speed? So I want to just see little wicks above the highs like this. I want to see displacement above that short-term high. Can we get an energetic price run above it? And then that's a signature that will tell me that I'm likely on side, and then any targets here, buy side here, is likely to get hit. So now I'm observing, can we expand? And we have relative equal highs. This is a 15-second chart. Just like that. And I want to see can we maintain a strong body close above it.
And the person in the background, that's my mentor. He's not in the trade, right? But what I do is I compare analysis, right? So I don't just copy his trade. Like right now, he's not in a trade, but I'm in a trade right now, right? So what I'm doing, I'm copying. I'm not copying. I'm actually like I said, he's not in a trade, but what I'm doing is I'm using his analysis to comfort my confidence. So if we see the same thing, or if I see something I like and he says something, I would take the play. So I don't just take plays because he take plays. I take plays based off my analysis, and if it's I use his analysis as confluence, right? So that's how you want to learn on the way up. You don't want to just trade by yourself. You want to actually find somebody who really know how to trade, and you learn from them, and then you just adapt their habits, right? You learn how to trade from them, and then you eventually branch off. But you don't branch off until you really learn how to trade.
I want to see that be used as a breakaway gap, measuring gap for ideal bullish order flow. I would not want to see this traded to. Definitely wouldn't want to see a closure past midpoint. So if I believe this is half of the price run, meaning if you take this price leg here, the bullish leg, and you take the low to the low, this fair value gap, which is here. And you don't have to know all this. None of this is required for profitable trading. But if I'm looking at something like this here, let's do projections. So I have the low of the price leg measured to the low of the breakaway gap or the measuring gap. I will look for -1 standard deviation because I'm seeing that as midpoint. Relative equal highs, buy side liquidity there. And I like how we didn't trade to this as of right now. And I have a partial set for the buy side here. Going to switch tabs for a second because I did trade this. It's just too clean. One issue.
TP. There we go. That's how we hit TP on live, man. Let's go. That's how we hit TP. So, like I said, breakdown of the trade. That was nice and smooth, man. Dang. That was lovely. That was lovely, man. That was lovely. All right, TP smash, man. TP smash. TP smashed, man. TP smash right on live. Nobody was watching it, but it's okay because you can go back and watch it now. We got the SMT. We got the SMT at the low. We got the inverse fair value gap, and we got the change in the state. TP sweep, change in the state, inverse fair value gap, run, support, rally, TP. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. TP smash, man. TP smash. TP smash, man. TP smash right on live. Nobody was watching it, but it's okay because you can go back and watch it now. We got the SMT. Look like we want to keep going. Look like we want to keep going.
It's just too we really walked it through from every beat area. Some days it's just like this on a silver platter. Oh my god. So there.
Look like you may want to go higher.
And I'll leave a runner for that. This was not planned, I promise you. I literally was not trying to trade today. I thought the price action was gonna be trash, but I had to hurry up, log in on Trading Station on my phone and place a little buy order in because it was just too easy. But I tell people this is a trade, a copy service. It doesn't get any closer to signals than outlining every PD array on a 15-second chart. I'm like, I can't do anything more than walking through. And for the new people, I swear I don't like hide trades like that often. I rarely do it, but there'll be every now and then an instance where I think the price action's low probability, and it'll be stuff like this, and it's just I'll grab my phone real quick and execute. But everything I was looking at while I was in the trade, I was explaining it.
Look like we could have a potential continuation. We got a breaker. Oh.
The fair value gap with the order block, we highlighted that, and I was watching to see if this low stays in place there. And this is actually pretty good practice because you can hear my logic first as to why I'm about to get into a trade, and then you see me actually executing it without seeing it in real time. But the fair value gap in the order block, it doesn't look like anything on the 1-minute chart. You don't see anything there. But that's why I'm always looking at a 15-second chart. Remember when I showed this on my monitor, I'm always looking at a 15-second chart because I'm watching things like this that most people don't see on 1 minute. So fair value gap, order block, rally, and I said if we get displacement above this high, I said this word for word, if we get displacement above this high, then I'll be looking for something to possibly go long. My entry is at the high, the emerging fair value gap. I'm anticipating this to fail. So I'm buying 6 there, and I'm adding 2 more here. Or sorry, adding 4, buying 6, buying 4. Partial at the buy side, relative equal highs, and then leaving the last runner for the New York ATM 1, which is your highest high after 7 a.m. Stop loss. My entries after this fair value gap, said I want to see the majority of this day movement. Open on this candle, trade down, institutional financial drill, rally higher. Entries here, stop loss is beneath this fair value gap. Because I'm not expecting that to completely fill in, so I can trust putting it right above this down close candle, right above that high. We talked about this fair value gap. Ideally, if it's really bullish, we don't want to see this. I'm treating that as a measuring gap. We want to see that stay open. We form that fair value gap and we rally straight into relative equal highs, that buy side. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And this will actually be done for the week because Monday we took 2 losses on stream. If you remember, there were small losses. Each loss was like $300. Like it was a small day, but it was a red day for me on Monday. And yesterday we had a win on stream, but it was only 2 micros. Like 90% of my position got stopped out at break even, so it didn't really. It was only like $150. So yesterday didn't really cover Monday's loss, and today I'm gonna make about 1,000. So I'm green for the week, and I'll be done. Tomorrow's a holiday. Real quick, can somebody confirm if tomorrow is, are we closing early at lunch, or is the market closed altogether for Juneteenth? Because sometimes the markets aren't even open, and then some days we close at 1 o'clock. Because if it closes at 1, then I'll lunch. Okay. Tomorrow will be a public stream, take reading stream. We're gonna have a lot of people in here watching, so we'll do that. I am a student. I save money to join the live streams. You're going to cruise vacation. You're tape reading 2 times a week and seeing your trades. I don't trade every day. And I don't take a lot of vacation. Not only that 1 week cruise was the first time I took a vacation in like not stream. Like that was the first time in maybe 2 years. It And we took 2 trades. We traded every day except for, or Monday, I took trades on live and their losses. Yesterday, we caught a dub on stream. And today, I was not going to trade today. I was going to take read, but it was super obvious. I had to jump in on my phone real quick. So, there's no need to cry. It's all right. It's all right. Did you not learn today? We highlighted high prices. We said, I'm not interested. I literally said, Nasdaq can drop 1,000 points. I'm only looking for scenarios that can take us higher. We outlined every PD array. We talked about the sell side taking. I said, I don't care about these fair value gaps. I'm not looking to short it. I want us to get a bug. We were on the 15-second chart looking at fair value gaps. Could you copy my trade? No, but I let everybody know. I tell them, do not join the server if you hear copy trades. This is probably one of the best live streams as far as commentary, educational value, working with intraday bias. We didn't mark up anything but 1 or 2 levels on the daily chart, weekly chart, and we're only working with a 15-minute and 1-minute chart. Today was packed with a lot of value, but if you're only interested in copying trades, waiting for me to press buttons, you're hurting yourself. So. But I promise I don't hide my trades like that. It was last-minute decision. I had to help it. Would you close manually, respecting? I'm not going to close because I already closed 8 out of my 10 contracts, and I have $50 locked in profit. So closing now, instead of letting it hit my stop, that'll only make me an extra $100. I might as well just give it a chance to run my targets, and I'm trusting the ATM model. And that's why when I was on vacation and I was on a cruise and I wasn't live streaming and all that, and I was seeing everybody like get wins, that's what I love to see, man. Because they weren't copying my trades. Y'all were getting wins in the chat. Y'all were doing your own analysis. Even if you weren't taking trades last week, you were still like tape reading and just calling the levels and the targets. Man, I was looking at my phone and I was just smiling because that's what it's about. I'm not going to be live streaming forever. Maybe 3, 4, 5 years. I don't know. I don't plan on live streaming when I'm 40 years old. But like, knowing y'all are like doing this stuff on your own, that's what it's about, man. I love that. That's what I like to see. We're inside of this balance here. Again, for bullishness, I wouldn't want to see that completely close in. So the fact that we did this here, I'm glad I took the bulk off at relative equal highs. For at least a year. I'm definitely going to be streaming for at least 3 more years. Because I'm trying to get a house next year and everything, and I want to have an office space, and I want to set it up. And I'm going to be streaming for a while. But when I'm like 35, 40 years old, I'm trying to have kids and family. I'm not sure, you know what I mean? I still want to have the Discord of the YouTube channel.
Right on live. Nobody was watching it, but it's okay because you can go back and watch it now. We got the SMT, with the SMT in the low, the inverse for value.
No problem, Brianna.
We got the change in the state.
Trading in the Discord actually it helps.
Change in the state.
Y'all like
value gap. Run, support, rally, TP. Let's get it.
I like coming out here and
let's get it.
Reading the chat. Like I love trade. Like I'm telling you, it was so hard to. It doesn't feel right when I was on the cruise. It does not feel right to be away from the Discord or be away from the charts. I wasn't having an impulse to press buttons, but I just like wanted to look at the charts. Like, I wanted to live stream. I wanted to talk about price because it's actually a passion. So it's peace of mind. Like it's relaxing. I was waiting for ICT to upload some videos so I could watch it. It's like I love this stuff. You don't love it like that. I swear I do. I swear. said I'm not going to. When we're walking it through, showing the trade is showing how I applied what I was talking about when it was just a naked chart. So we go through the analysis and then we screenshot that. We go through the analysis.
All right, let's see if we could catch this long right here. So we got a breaker.
It just brings the whole teaching.
All right, we got a low, high, lower low, higher high.
If you battle with FOMO or if you ever feel tempted to copy my trades or just jumping in a trade because I'm in it, I always recommend them to watch the recordings. That's the reason why I keep the live streams up for the whole week, because I don't want people to feel tempted to copy my trades because then I'll be hurting you more than I'm helping you. So if you battle that, just come back later. Get you some.
So TP1 will be here, and then we got these relative highs right here also. But if we get way up here, that'd be crazy. But let's see how we look once we get to this first TP. If we could get there. So let's see if we could do that.
I think we just go short. This is that old. The heck? I don't know what happened with that. Was it a sell limit and a sell stop beneath? There we go. It's 1 micron. I don't care, but my stop is beneath mean threshold of the balanced price range. We have this single pass down with this inefficiency, this single pass up with this inefficiency. I'm seeing this as balance, so I'm taking midpoint. Comes in at 997. My stop is at 996. It can run through that because this is all I require of Nasdaq for the morning session. Anything higher is really just extra. We've taken out the buy side. And then again, that is your New York ATM model delivering like clockwork. I mean, that's it. Still get W's in the chat. Obviously, I didn't take it live, but we outlined it. You can't get any better than that, honestly. It's a W. We'll take it. Big dubs, big dubs. And I think I'm going to get off here because, again, we are meeting back for big dubs in the chat. Beautiful trading day. Beautiful trading day.
Let's see if we can go 2 for 2.
But yeah, I think we're going to get off early.
This is a good trade though, but we're a little extended, so.
Webinar again, that's at 1:30 p.m. New York local time. So that's 10, 11, 12. Literally like 3 hours from now. So I want to hit the gym, grab something to eat, and get ready for that. I guess we'll wait for this last little macro to do whatever, and then we'll get off here. I won't be taking ready F1C. That's what's up, Tyler. Love to hear it. Took it on a demo. Nice. You entered on a 15-second. That's what's up. Kind of mad I took this trade on paper. That's a W, man. Paper trades are W's because that's experience and gaining confidence. That's a big W. The money comes later. That's a big W. Would you still have taken that trade if you didn't have the seconds chart? Yes. I would have just used the high of the inversion fair value gap. This here, as soon as we close above the high of the inversion fair value gap, the next candle opens, trades down, that's your buy. And then the logic is we don't want to see us trade in the lower half. So there's entries on the 1 minute. Last little micro on. It's set right to the low. There we go. That new week opening gap. TP hit. We're out of here, man. That's it. That is it. A lot of fun. Close that.
Let's see if we can get all of this low resistance right here. Let's see if we can get this.
I wanted to get myself back in the green before the holiday tomorrow. And we're good now. I think that's it. That's it. Thank you for all your. I got a lot of DMs about my mother, a lot of prayers and suggestions and everything. Thank you so much. I'm super grateful. I may not have responded to every message because it's a lot, but I read every single one of them. So thank you for that. If you DM me and I haven't looked at it, I'll try to read some more today, even if it's about other. But I love y'all, man. Y'all are family. I'm super grateful to have a community like y'all who are supportive. It's bigger than trading. And I'm just super grateful for y'all, man. So we'll be.
All right, man. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2. This trade is a little bit low resistance because we're a little bit extended, but everything is kind of working out the way price action is moving the way I would like for it to move. Just moving a little bit slow. But it all depends. Once if ES takes it, if ES take this high, it all depends. If we lack displacement, maybe. But if it take that high, I'm expecting it to go a little bit higher because we do got potential buy side ahead of us, above us. So, but like I said, it's FOM, it's the FOM. What it called says the FOMC day. So price action not really going. Price action not gonna really move as you know. Yeah. So yeah, plus we got bank holiday tomorrow. Oh shit, I didn't even know you had bank holiday tomorrow. So like I said, the trade is moving perfect. The trade is moving how it's supposed to. So so let's see. Now I wouldn't want it to come back down here no more. So yo, that first trade was a banger. The first trade I took today was a banger, bro. Are we waiting on this one? Look at the first trade I caught. Well, we caught this in the Discord, but we caught it for different reasons, right? And I caught it first. So we got the SMT, right? We got the SMT with ES and NQ. See it? We got the SMT, and then after SMT, you want to look for either a change in the state or a inverse fair value gap. So when we came down, right, we made this representative fair value gap. Okay, cool. So this was the first inverse that I could potentially use, right? Came down, You see how we create a down close candle right there. So we got the inverse fair value gap and we got the change in the state of delivery. And once it got above here, it used the first percentage fair value gap as support. You see how it. So look how I use it. SMT first SIBI. Look how it comes up, comes back down. It uses it as a regular fair value gap. Then comes back up, closes here, creates a change in the state with this down close candle, and it used this as an inverse fair value gap. Now we got the last line of resistance right here, which is the first percentage fair value gap that got created at 932. Right, market opened up here, 932. It closed. You see how bullish candle, it came down, tapped the inefficiency because remember, price does four things at all times, right? It generated this high, pulled back to the inefficiency, rally, create another change in the state, rally up here. So I'm saying, so that was our first trade. What's to this TP right here? So that was our first trade, and then we got a breaker. We got a low high, lower low, higher high. It went all the way down, went super deep. So I know it stopped hella people out. But then once it got above, you could have got back in. And that's how I got back in. So I just got my knocker cash out from the other one. I just got my fifth because I got two live accounts. So I just got my on the other one, I could potentially cash out because of the trade I just took. So and with this trade, it's only gonna put me ahead. So you see we got so once you're in a trade, you want to start actually like managing your trade with order block. So you see we got it right here. We got an expansion, order block, propulsion block, rally. See what I'm saying? But so you right. ES took this high, right? So let's see. ES took the high, and right now ES NQ did it. So now what I've learned is sometimes it'll manipulate you. So the fact that we got more highs above us, it can fake you out. So it could create the SMT, how it's doing right now, because we do have an SMT, but ES will still hold up here. Like it wouldn't create, remember the three things you're looking for: SMT, changing the state, and inverse fair value gap. So it would do it, right? But not hold it and still be up here. And then with NQ will kind of just come back and pull back to an inefficiency or some type of support and then rally back up, right? So sometimes it'll like trick us out the play with the SMT. So that's why understanding which SMT is the best. All right, so we got this down close candle coupled with this fair value gap. So the fact that you see how this when the SMT happened, right? It came down. Look what happened. It came close to the inefficiency and then it rallied away, showing that we're still kind of strong. Because if it was weak, it would have just immediately went down into it, right? So let's see if we can kind of create this expansion because we actually got a down close candle right here. Hold on, let me delete this. Because we actually got a down close candle right here. So if we close above this high, this is a new potential order block. And this will be the support to take us to the buy side. Because down close candles when you're on a bullish program supposed to support price higher. Right? But like it can still come down. But look at ES. ES is still look at ES. ES is still rallying. This is a 5-minute chart on ES. See what I'm saying? So it didn't lack displacement. ES is the SMT still. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be mindful of that. That's how, because I catch SMT plays. So sometimes I'll be like, nah, hold on, man. This is a setup. Because you'll take every SMT play. And then when you take a lot of the SMT plays, you can see when it fails and you can kind of create a pattern. So you see how we right here, TP, we almost about to smash TP. Let's go, man. 2 for 2 on the day. I got in right here. Quick 50 point. So it ain't take the high yet though. And that's why that's why I like ICT concepts because, bro, the stops be perfect. Look at this stop, 10 points. This first, and then look at my first trade. Look at this stop. I got in. I ain't gonna lie. I got in a little early. I got in literally right when the credit changed in state. Look at this stop right at the low, 22 points. TP was up here, 22 points to make 63. We really should have stayed in the first trade the whole time. We would have stayed in the trade the first time, the whole time. We would have been eating. But I already got what I was looking for. So it's a win for today. TP smash, man. TP smash. TP smash, man. TP smash right on live. Nobody was watching it, but it's okay because you can go back and watch it now. We got the SMT with the SMT at the low. TP, my boy. TP. Ooh, let's go, man. Let's fucking go. Let's go, man. Let's go. I told you that SMT wasn't gonna hold. I told you that SMT wasn't gonna hold. I'm trying to tell you that should be setting up. I should have fake you out, bro. That thing will fake you out. That thing will fake you out. Let's go, man. 2 for 2 on the day, man. We can finally cash out with the second prop firm. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can cash out on both live funded accounts, man. We caught both trades live. Let's get it. That's how we do it, man. Let's go, man. 2 for 2 on the day, man. We can finally cash out. Let's go, man. That's it. We done for the day. 2, 3, 4, 5. We done for the day. That shit was sweet. Oh, man. It's time to go to the beach, man. It's time to go to the beach. Oh, oh my gosh. Damn, this feel like a cash out now. Dang, boy, I'm trying to tell you, bro. It was so hard to learn how to trade. Oh my gosh. Bro, learning how to trade is the hardest shit ever. But once you get it, dog. Once you get it. I'm gone, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man.